My name is Hemant Oberoi and I am a chef. The thing I know best is cooking, so I try to spread joy through my food. I want not only the taste of food to capture imaginations, but also the sound, the look, the feel, and the scent. That's what motivates me to experiment with the food. Now, people's expectation from me has reached sky high. Most of the times, I don't disappoint. But there are times in my life where even my skills were tested to its limits. Those times when I was asked to cook for internationally traveled connoisseurs of food and styles, celebrities, who are used to the best and the finest. What could one cook for them has indeed been a challenge. That's when I had to dive into my innermost creativity and outdo even my best. It's in these circumstances that I have come out with some of my most celebrated dishes. So let me share my experiences and journeys into some of my most iconic dishes. My first rendezvous with Switzerland was way back in '82, and it was a holiday. And I think I fell in love with that country. And then when I took over as executive chef of Taj, it so happened that a number of things came up every year or every alternate year. And I started going almost like every year to Switzerland. I was doing Indian food for the world leaders, and I was learning at the same time the Swiss food, which influenced to a great extent in my life because fondue, raclette, Rostis. Look, these people are so proud of their product, proud of their cheese, proud of their chocolates, proud of their machinery, and whereas we were not in that league. So at least let me try to work out the food where we match to their quality. I came back from there thinking what way fondue will trigger my people in India. One day when I was eating the bread and this thing, I said, why not chicken? Why not lamb cubes? Why not spicy potatoes? Why can't we give something which it'll hit the Indian palate? And eventually, when we did, it came out so beautifully. We made the chicken tikka dipped in fondue, chicken tikka fondue. We made the baby potatoes with cumin and turmeric and chilies, dipped in fondue, became super hit. That's the way word is becoming closer and closer to Swiss for the chocolates, cheese, Alps. Wow. Morning, chefs. Morning.
Good morning, chef.
Cheese guy early in the morning. Yeah, here we have some cheese. Very little bit of cheese. Emmental, Gruyere, Brie. Today I brought these cheeses specially to create some of my inspirations from Switzerland. Do you have any idea how much cheese they eat every year per person?
Must be a lot.
Lot maybe. Any guesses?
Okay. Maybe like 30-40 pounds per person.
It's close to about 22 to 23 kilos of cheese per year everybody consumes per capita. That's the kind of a cheese consumption they have. Is we will make chicken tikka.
Okay.
We'll have a nice smoky chicken tikka, and we are going to dip the chicken tikka pieces into the fondue and eat. So east meets west, and that's what we are going to do. You will grate the cheese.
Sure.
And we'll make a fondue. You can take the chicken tikka, cut smaller cubes. Yeah, you can make the marination of that with the yogurt, ginger, garlic, a little of mustard oil. You will do the barbecue of the chicken tikka.
Okay.
Okay? And let's start moving. Okay? Yeah. Leave some for me.
Sure. What did a thin grated or like thick one?
Thin.
So it will melt instantly in the...
Yeah. On a slow fire, we want it to melt. I love Gruyere and Emmental. They're not very sharp. The melting quality is good. It gives a beautiful taste. The moment that melts so beautifully and falls onto the potatoes or the bread or whichever you're using product, that is the most beautiful part. Yeah, that's true. Just put the salt, lime juice, ginger garlic paste, and garam masala.
Gruyere?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we'll use Gruyere and Emmental both for the fondue.
Chef, will we be doing any options for the vegetarians as well?
We will do some potatoes. This is for the marination to go in. Because fondue should be very, very piping hot, melting when we dip the chicken tikka.
So it has the coating
Yeah.
consistency.
Yeah. So we'll keep the chicken tikka ready first, and then we'll make the fondue.
Sure.
Yeah. You know why they were using so much of air-dried meats? Because 6 months of the year they have snowfall. 6 months when they have snowfall, there's nowhere to go. They can't have the fresh meat, so they were drying.
Is this one fine for the fondue?
Okay, we'll use it. You're good.
Okay, sure.
The first thing should be wine reduction. Depending on the acidity of the wine, one has to check. It shouldn't be very acidic wine, otherwise it's going to spoil the cheese.
Yeah.
Actually, you take another pot.
Yeah, I'll get the wine reduction.
You must rub the pot. Some of the houses, they rub the garlic pods and then they melt the cheese.
So we'll do the same way.
Yes.
The sound was really interesting.
Yes.
The white one.
This.
Okay.
That's it.
So the garlic can lose all this flavor in the oil. It's actually softening a little bit.
This is the Bajaj Majesty induction plate.
Yeah.
This can work wonders. It has got 240 degrees temperature. You can use it for melting of cheese, cooking, frying. You can do anything on this. It's beautiful. Get this cheese, make a nice fondue.
Should I begin with the milk a little bit?
Yeah, you can use milk. Although I would prefer it
With the wine.
with the wine and cheese. It shouldn't leave the oil. First thing, the cheese should never leave the oil.
Right.
So don't do overcooking of that. It's beautifully melting so that I can take the chicken tikka, coat it with the fondue. So for me, fondue was like a meal by itself. In the winters, you want to have the fondue with a bag full of potatoes on one side, or you want to have bread, you're dipping the bread. And I used to talk to fondue like, I'm fond of you. Way back in late 80s. So two of the chefs had come. I think it was from Mandarin in Geneva. So when they came to India, they had brought rosti potatoes along with them, the frozen one. I used to wonder what the potatoes are potato, why they're bringing those potatoes. And then they explained, no, your potatoes don't work, your potatoes are sticky. Are we ready with the potatoes?
Yes, chef.
There are two ways of doing it. You can grate the potatoes, keep them. Commercially, you'll have to do that. But when you're doing it at home, each potato can be done in this. So you take the pan, use a clarified butter. You can use it.
Directly in the pan.
Yeah. Even if we boil them, we dry them, but they are still sticky. So they can't make a good rosti. Rosti, those days, very few people knew about it. And it was not so popular. Let's do a little Indian touch to that. You can sprinkle little
Salt?
little salt, little chili powder, little turmeric powder. So in this, you can put little cumin. Bring them.
will have all the cumin stuck
Yeah.
on the bottom layer.
It should be crisp from outside and soft from inside, because it is being generally eaten with something. And for vegetarians, we had to create a lot of things for them. And if we created a mushroom with the rosti, a lot of people didn't eat mushrooms. So we had to create the mixed vegetable. And then so on and so forth. And we have, I call them NGOs, no garlic onion people. So we had to take care of them, root vegetables, no potatoes, no onion, garlic, and vegetarians. Keep on basting it with a clarified butter. Bajaj has got another beautiful pan. So what you can do is, in one shot, you can put it upside down. And then put it back into this. That's how I said, let me make a rosti with little spicy, so that I can top it with the cheese and just bake it, and it becomes like a rosti pizza. It worked. In Switzerland only, they make a dish with asparagus and veal. In one of the restaurants we went, they were making veal burritos with the asparagus underneath. Then I thought of that dish. Or I said, then let me try it the Indian way. Then we started tossing the asparagus in with the cumin. Then I said, no, let me spike up the mushrooms and this with the curry powder in coconut milk. We tried that, it worked. People love the asparagus, people love the mushrooms, people love the spice level. So the dish worked. These two asparagus have come from two different countries. We have to blanch them very differently. You have to peel off both the skins, and so that no fibers are coming into the mouth. The white asparagus, I prefer to put little milk into the while blanching, and it should be crunchy. It should not be overcooked. It has to retain its shape. It has to retain it, but the strong flavor must go out. If you put the milk, it retains its whiteness. It retains everything, and the green has to retain its color. Can I have the sliced mushroom first, please?
Yeah.
One should not forget, I always said, the roots. And you must feel the asparagus in your mouth. Yet when you are tasting the mushrooms, you must taste the curry leaf, cherry pepper, and the curry powder, and the coconut milk, which is being used in South all the way. So that's what we have created. Are we ready with the asparagus?
Yes, sir.
Irresistible.